say who's gonna win. I'm not gonna let you off the hook that easily. But we get ourselves into the game, and instantly F. Lee says this game will be paused, so we're not gonna be getting into the action just yet. So, Milan, talk to me. Who's winning?
My final answer is Dire will win. TiltedBoys got this.
Sure.
Why?
No, just
Why? You would ask yourself why. I think they'll do better in the laning stage because their players showed that they're better laning, and that will translate into like a Orchid on Prophet and the daggers on the course. Meanwhile, hold it thought we might see like a 5v5 engagement.
I wasn't thinking about anything. Sonic, though, gets his smoke broken. That might reveal to the side of TiltedBoys where the ward is. They might know it's there on the high ground, but at least for now, they're going to get themselves away. And this is usually what we do see from the teams. They spook each other, and then we do not see a fight. But I guess with a level 1 Alchemist, you want to use that unstable concoction to fight.
Spring already.
Yeah, one of the strongest level 1 stunts in the game. For sure. And you want to get the bounties because he has the built-in Grievous Greed now.
That would be pretty nice, though. Good
Are
luck,
they
have
gonna
fun.
swap the lanes? A Spectre is on the top, maybe it's only for the Sonic meanwhile?
What the hell? God's Rebuke doesn't connect. Sonic, who's he gonna stun? It is gonna be the Mars and the Tiny that get hit. Sonic just gets himself away. The lane swapping, it seems to be happening at the moment. Though no, Spectre TP's bottom. And now the Ursa will TP, so not sure what they were trying to do. Send the Ursa versus the Spectre, or send the Spectre versus you? Who wanted to swap lanes there?
I think Spectre just got a bit confused, and then when he realized he's not close to his lane, he's like, I have to TP, you know.
So, Valo. He's gonna be laning versus I Annihilate. It will be Tiny versus the Storm. Should be good for the Tiny in terms of CS, but Storm is pretty decent versus any melee hero. Whereas Sonic, he does stun himself, doesn't have the Quelling Blade, gets delivered right now. Had the Tango though to leave the Sprout, but that's way too much damage being done to the Alchemist. Goodbye, Salve.
Sonic has used literally all golden consumables. So he's ready to tank.
What about his top lane? Ursa and a AA. That seems pretty hard to deal into. And when I look at the Far Studios, their heroes don't really do damage.
I mean, Ursa versus melee, it's always like a tough, but it's skill-based matchup because if Bara knows how to use his bashes, he can do very well in this lane.
That makes sense. Sonic, though, going for F. Lee, who will be running away, eats a tango, so this Nature's Prophet is not going to be dying, but Sonic? Overestimating himself. Imagine if Mars manages to get on top of him, though. He is being kept at bay. Sonic? He is killing himself and will deny himself while doing some damage to the Warpine Raiders. Overall, though, in the end, nobody getting themselves a first blood, and Alchemist will be back to the lane fairly soon with even more regen for the Spectre.
It's a good decision. It was very close to either get killed by the creeps or get killed by the Prophet. That would be a full disaster. Because he would be dead for so much longer if he died to creeps, but no, it's just this bottom lane. That's why I thought they're gonna pick like a range carry. Not necessarily on the Luna, it's just Alchemist Spectre is a very big lane.
For sure. Spear onto the Alchemist. If he dies right now, it's gonna be a disaster. The Spectre will be all alone. There will be the acid spray, so versus all of that minus armor, it's not easy to play. He'll get the stun on Cloud while F. Lee is running away from Skyward. Flee, my friend. Flee if you want to survive. Skyward, though, he really wants this kill. Nature's Prophet, not that fast of a hero, gets himself under the tower. Skyward, what the hell? He's really going deep for this one. Will have another dagger fairly soon, so should get the kill. But is this even worth it? Into a tier 2 tower. What the hell? There's the dagger. It will be flying out. F. Lee should be going down, and Skyward gets himself a first blood, but he's not getting out of this one alive, so it will be a dead Spectre, and I don't know if this is worth it.
I mean, considering he had a 4 CS before, this is like doubling his CS, this kill. Even more than doubling, so it's on the verge, but definitely not too bad, considering his lane state.
Stupendous.
Yeah, we're seeing that the Lion has more CS than him. Dor is gonna get his mana drained. Bye-bye mana for the AA. Has 2 stick charges. Meanwhile, rotation to the mid lane, and both of the stuns were used by Valo. A little bit of a mistake there, and Ursa dies underneath the tower. Newsham and Jenkins talked about them not having all that much damage, but you said Jenkins, if he knows how to bash, he's gonna be able to do it well and use all of his bashes on the Ursa. Let's see if he's gonna have one for Dor, and he does shatter that ice all around. So 2 kills on the top lane. Very nicely done for Far Studios.
Yeah, and Jenkins showing he's a trained professional, you know. Messing with him will lead to destruction.
Destruction did come. TiltedBoys are probably going to be feeling pretty bad about losing the previous game now. Because this laning stage, it started well versus the Spectre, but I mean, the Spectre just needs the other lanes to go well. The Spectre lane, it's fine, right? If you're losing.
Yes, usually. Oh, they're gonna make a go on Mars. 0 armor in this guy.
He gets out of the acid spray, so he will be fine. The Sprout is going to be quite nice. Skyward, however, still has the Spectral Dagger coming forward. There's going to be another Blood Grenade Spear. Very nicely done. It will still be a stun onto F. Lee. Skyward just continues with the attacks. That Desolate really does hurt. So there will be a dagger, not through both of them, but they do finish off Flea. So Skyward gets himself another kill on this bottom lane.
That's an Urn charge. He might be looking to be even more aggressive. Pings out the Mars. He has an Urn dagger coming up. Meanwhile, top. I mean, he's just
Jenkins.
He's just a trained professional.
Yeah, for sure. Like a train trampling the enemies. That's probably what you mean when you say trained professional in Far Studios. This is the first game of the series where they're actually winning the laning phase, and I'm not sure if TiltedBoys are ready for this.
And Storm is gonna get their own with the region on top of that.
For me.
It's huge. Oh, Avalanche? Newsham? He will get the Hex off. There was no mana on Valo anyways for a toss back, as Jenkins uses the Bulldoze and will get himself away from the Ursa, just waving goodbye as he gets some creeps under the tower.
So far, so good. Like, let's see how the Wisdom runes go, but as you said, much better than expected for the Far Studios side.
Skyward has 3-1 charges. That's not enough to live. Gets underneath the tower, and the God's Rebuke finishes him off. Cloud literally destroys the Spectre with a hit of a shield.
Literally
Jinxed it. And it's fine though. It's a Spectre. You get to level 6, you get the Shadow Step. You're gonna be going around the map, so I'm not afraid for Skyward at all. Flee gets the rune. I Annihilate gets the rune. So these supports not gonna be having that much in terms of levels, as there will be Unstable Concoction on the Cloud, a couple of more hits, and he's dead. Sonic is the one who secures it with the acid spray, while F. Lee comes back to the lane, but only to find out that his core has died. Meanwhile, mid lane, Newsham is gonna be having his level 6 fairly soon, despite being the Storm, getting the Wisdom rune. The Lion is getting everything he wants in the mid lane, so we'll see how well he can use that level 6 once he has it, and he's very, very close.
Yes,
Hello.
I mean, Lion was the one guy, support that got the X from the Wisdom. Militate rune, tiny.
is under attack.
He'll
Ooh,
get
clutch.
the shield rune. That's probably not a hero that you're killing right now, even with the charge. Are they gonna go for this? Nah, Jenkins made the right decision. Oh, goes onto the poor Ancient Apparition with Sonic being there. That is a very dead hero. Yeah, especially with the Spectre Avalanche onto the three of them with Sonic dying. And now they're thinking about going for the Tiny. The stun will connect. Goodbye, mana. Here comes the Storm. He has lost his shield rune with the block grenade. He will not be moving an inch. And what the hell was that? Sprout is just to make sure that your buddy dies. Well, Jenkins diving a tier 2 this early on with the finger. They're gonna have more than enough to get the kill. Newsham, he gets the Finger of Death kill stack. And Jenkins, as a core, gets the kill. Beautiful for Far Studios.
Yes, getting the level 6 on Spectre and instantly using, they're just showing how fast they can play.
Spectre is actually at the top of the network chart. I mean, remember, this was a Spectre with 4 CS.
Stupendous.
Yeah, and then he decided to go a bit of YOLO, diving tier 2 at minute 2, getting the earn charges, you know. It
Yep.
paid out.
It definitely did. Has the blade mail. He's gonna be farming even faster with that. No boots on the Spectre. How do you feel about this? When do you want to get boots?
Right about now. Like double circles into blade mail into boots should be pretty standard. But I'm not trained professional. He is. So we'll see.
I mean, you are a professional though. You're just not trained, right?
Yeah, exactly. I like when you get my jokes.
Okay, that's
The seeds of
important. Somebody has to. Not a lot of people can. As Annihilate gets himself an Arcane Rune and they're going towards door. There's the Shadow Step. Goodbye. This is going to be the creeps that get the kill. Valo, he's also charged. Here comes Jenkins. And there will be an ulti as well with another strike. They get the kill. Mars offers himself just to be another bonus inside of his arena. Is that Annihilate is drinking those bottle charges. The stun doesn't connect on F-Lee, but a level 4 Nature's Prophet is not surviving. All of the spells flying towards him. It will be the Spectral Dagger that gets to him first. And uh-oh, that is what it means here for the side of the Tilted Boys. They had the series in their grasp, but now it is just falling from the palms of their hand.
I mean, just very unfortunate with the Arcane Rune while we were watching this charge. So the Storm and the Arcane Rune made more iconic duo, and he makes Tilted Boys feel it to the full extent.
Full extent, the Storm is just having a perfect time. It's just not that easy to play versus him. So what's the response now if you're Tilted Boys, right? What do you say to your team? How do you want to play? What are you waiting for? And how do you execute it in a way to win this game?
Like a casual play is to try to not let Storm next room, but the big play is either playing Dagger on Tiny or Mars and just go for some big target like Spear Breaker or Spectre.
Jenkins runs himself away. Poor Mars. He's going to be using the arena. That's not going to help you, not one bit. But it has enough mana to work with to finish him off. And Cloud is just dead another time. Again, a defensive arena that doesn't even accomplish that defense.
Exactly. I mean, they're just too reactive. The laning stage went so poorly that the daggers are so delayed, and without daggers they cannot make plays of their own. Like they just supports cannot start anything. You know, A and P they're good at like connecting, dealing damage on top of the initiation, but on their own they cannot start anything.
12 and a half minutes into the game, and the AA is at the start of level 5. So he's going to be needing at least one or maybe minute and a half get his level 6. And until then, the gold lead might get too big and he's just going to be food. So in this kind of a scenario, what is the support to do?
It just needs to get level 6 ASAP, as you said. either leech someone farming jungle while someone's farming jungle, or just get a lane. You know, his level 6 is way too valuable to be so late.
That's literally why you pick this hero, threatening with the Nether Strike on the top lane. But F. Lee seems to not be a target just yet. We will see a smoke, however. Valo is a pretty solid target. And Door right behind him, but Valo is looking very much at Jenkins. Let's kill F. Lee on the top lane with the help of the Spectre. And Door here in the mid lane, he's just gonna be a bonus. The drums were used, a couple more hits from the Storm. Extra armor from the tower. Is it enough for Door to live? Nope. Storm had just enough mana from that Remnant, and it is gonna be enough damage with the overcharge.
Yeah, I mean, they just keep on going. They're not stopping. They're chaining kill after kill, and they're feeling themselves, which is... Oh, they're gonna try to death.
Nice arena and the spear through the line. Jenkins also gonna be caught, but definitely a little bit too close. Unstable concoction onto the Ursa to stop his onslaught. Gonna be stunning him for a very long time. Avalanche onto the two of them. And the Storm will get caught as well. They have the spear onto the tree. That is a very dead Storm Spirit. No, the charge through all of them. Hey, Blast, he just got the ulti. It will not be connecting on anyone. Jenkins is just a god who saves his mid lane buddy. Spectre goes in. Still wants to fight Ursa, very low, and that's gonna be a very dead Logan, even with the Avalanche stopping the charge. Now Orchid onto the Tiny, pull him in into his death. That is a DD on the Storm, meaning a couple more hits onto Cloud, and he is dead. Jenkins, he wanted the bash, didn't get it, however, but they have the Diffusal Blade to slow down Cloud enough for another charge to come through. Now going onto the Nature's Prophet, they decide not to dive at tier 2. Nobody has that much HP to work with.
Meanwhile, Door is gonna get gone on by the two supports and will pay with his life. I mean,
Oh, one more.
Ooh, nice tick.
That may have been a mistake.
It just... This Alchemist is, after like kind of having a rough lane stage with the Spectre, he is just making plays left, right, and center, securing rooms, getting the support kills. He's proving to be very valuable as a support.
Very, very valuable. Getting stuns, getting damage, getting kills, and securing that his team just comes over and picks up whatever is left. He's going for an Aghanim Scepter, so who gets the Ags once he buys it? Is it going to be Jenkins?
You said who's gonna buy the Hex? Sorry, I spaced out.
No, Ags. Ags. The Alchemist is buying an Ags.
Either Storm or Jenkins, you know. Definitely
Okay.
not Lion and the Spectre.
Jenkins gonna be caught. Avatar's combo. That's more than enough damage to finish him off. F. Lee, however, now he's gonna be spotted by the Spectre Dagger. Same is true for Valo. And F. Lee is in trouble. They get the silence on the Ursa with an Orchid. He's so freaking dead. A couple more hits. Actually, it is gonna be the finger. The backside to make sure that he's dead, as Valo will have the blink to get himself out, but you get one core kill instantly. There is a response with one of yours dying, and then a bonus support on top of it.
Every time TiltedBoys get something, they have to pay like double the price for it.
26-6, that's a lot more than double.
Guilty coming top.
Hey, coming, Avatar's combo. Skyward is in trouble. His mana will get refilled, however. Nice Hex onto the Nature's Prophet. And Newsham will pay with his life, but it doesn't matter. And Jenkins, and instantly the sentry will get placed, so they knew that Jenkins is there. Trying to run away, Bulldoze will end, and that is a dead Spirit Breaker. It's so hard playing versus a Mars as a Spirit Breaker, because that arena stops your charge, and you end up inside it.
Yes, before the BKB is just... It's not ideal, but I'm sure eventually after Octarine he's gonna pick up one and then he's gonna be unstoppable.
I'll see how fast he gets to that point. Of course, now as you mentioned, he is working towards his Octarine core. Lucian back to the world of the living, wants to give mana back to Spectre Annihilate, going for a Sanjin Kaya. Well, the Storm is going to be even tougher to kill. he dead on FLE? Yeah, he's very dead with the Shadow Step being used, a couple of hits. He's gone. Skyward is unstoppable on the Spectre. Ever since that dive, when he had 4 CS, his game has been going upwards.
Yes, and I mean, he still doesn't have boots. A ulti top, let's see if they can make something happen.
They can kill the Lion at least, saving their tower in the process, while Sonic doesn't really have that much mana to work with. Gives the Aghanim Scepter to Jenkins. This Spirit Breaker is gonna be that much more scarier, and he's at the top of the network chart because he's a great player.
Yes, exactly. Nothing weird about him getting 4K net worth in 1 second. He's the greatest player of all time. Fastest farmer in the land. Gonna make a go on Tiny, but gets stopped by the Avalanche. I mean, this Octarine now will just be even more powerful once he gets it.
It's gonna be a very low cooldown on the charge once he does have the Octarine core, as well as there is a smoke. Are going for something big. Tiny's in the smoke as well. If he gets silenced up, it is gonna be a problem. Instant blink away. Storm doesn't find them. I annihilate. Doesn't get strike. Cloud leading the charge. They did find FLE, however, so the Nation's Prophet will just die. As Cloud thinking about jumping in, he's gonna think twice, however, because these heroes on the Radiant side, they look really powerful at the moment. Charge on the Ursa, however, the silence will connect. He didn't get the enrage off, and that is gonna be a very dead Ursa. Nope, he's gonna be saved by Valo. The Avalanche keeping the enemies at bay. Charge away. Charge towards the mid lane. Just wants to outpush the waves as fast as possible. It doesn't look like they are going for a Storm Avat combo, and the A Blast Hex. He gets himself away with the zip. Will be fine. That arena does do absolutely nothing. They need a little bit
Heal
more
under
damage.
AOT.
Get the silence. Cloud. He'll be fine. He gets himself away. Yusham, however, he's not going to be so lucky from the other side. Coming in with the Alchemist. The stun will connect onto all 3 of the heroes there. So very nice usage of the stun. The Spectre, however, doesn't have that much mana to work with, so cannot go forward. And Sonic will be left all alone with an Avalanche, Sprout, Spear. Actually, Door will get caught going in. Jenkins, they want to kill the support. They'll get the silence onto the poor Mars, who doesn't have the BKB any longer. His 9-second charge was down the drain, and Jenkins with a charge away gets the kill. Avalanche just in time to stop his charge. Valo doesn't want to risk anything, let alone his life, and he's the last remaining survivor on the side of TiltedBoys.
Jenkins is just way too good at this game. Not only his top net worth by far, which just shows how good it is, he just bashes on command. I feel like every time he screams the bash, he gets it.
Do you do that? I know I do. If I'm playing a Faceless Void or a Spirit Breaker, I'm just saying bash, bash, bash every single time. Do you do the same thing?
Yeah, for sure. And on top of that, I do like I click it. I spam click it.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Door
In
does
my mind,
get
it
the
works.
shard, and then a kill on the Spectre. Suddenly, this AA that was struggling with net worth so much is gonna turn out to be the most farmed support.
Almost. Yeah, I mean, the Chardonnay is very good if it's gotten for free, I would say.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Wefley gets himself out. He doesn't know just how close to death he actually was. Ursa, on the other hand, he is not under any enemy vision. He was under the... no, actually, that he just took the Watcher for himself. But you really have to be careful with this Ursa. Until you get the BKB, the Orchid just easily kills you.
Even with the BKB, it's gonna be hard to find. Like whoever he jumps, he probably just, unless it's a lion under the stun, he needs to BKB.
Bottom tower is under
So like, he has this one time he can fight, and after he uses BKB, he needs to be full chill.
The gold lead is 7,000. It is not something that cannot be beaten. But TiltedBoys, they're definitely feeling the pressure, especially of this over-farmed Spirit Breaker. He is just so freaking strong. Alchemist wants to get a blink. He'll break the smoke from Valo, who just immediately runs himself away. Doesn't have the guts to stay there, as Jenkins going in onto the Tiny. And the bash will connect, but nobody else to bring in the damage.
I can tell how much fun he's having. Like he just he just runs in like oh hello and runs away, and he's probably laughing while doing it. I mean, this is the power of this global lineup from Radiant. It makes
Radiant's bottom
Tilted
tower
Boys
is under attack.
stack as
Radiant's
5 a lot,
top
so they
tower
don't die to the pick-off potential.
They get the tower, however, and going for Roche, and I'm not sure how you defend it, because you might have that ability to split the map, but you don't really have that good of a team fight.
They need to come smoke from an angle that's not expected, and if they get jump on right heroes, they can fight this.
Now sending in the Storm Illusion, they're gonna see that the Roche is relatively low. Next onto the Mars, follow up stun. They have the finger if they want to use it. The Roche is low, who's gonna be getting the Aegis? It will be Logan inside of the arena. This is gonna be the turning point of the game. Logan, he has the Aegis, he's not even close to dying the first time. I annihilate. He has the mana to work with, but you've lost 2 of your cores. And a support as well. Buyback from the Alchemist. That's not gonna be enough. Storm gets himself away. Nice blink away from the line. Will allow him to survive. The gold lead is gone here, Milan. It is gonna be only 2k after 33 to 15. You would expect a much bigger gold lead.
They try to risk it and like to contest this rush. They went a bit YOLO, I would say, misplayed a bit like Orchid on the Ursa BKB, not on the Mars, right? And it turns out into full disaster.
Into a full-on disaster. Now Ursa, he just bought the BKB, it just got delivered, and suddenly he has a blink backer as well, so it is going to be much easier for him to find the backlines, to find the target, to follow his Tiny and his Mars into battle.
Dire are
Big setback for Fart Studios, but if they go back to their previous strategy of playing pickoffs, they should still be fine. Yeah, like this. Just a random support charge into Shadow Step and they're just dead in 1 second. No risk.
Yeah, that's how you want to play. But can you separate the map? Annihilate. Gets himself away. He'll be fine. Is there an Orchid on the Nature's Prophet? Yes, there is. So this Storm really has to be careful. He does have some defensive items, however. Mage Slayer, Ascension Kaya. He's not an easy grab.
Definitely not an easy grab, but still against the 2 cores of Far Studios, he'll still die very fast.
Let's see. TiltedBoys waiting for a rune. It will be on the top lane. It's a shield rune, and Sonic just gets caught. Yeah, your ulti's not gonna be helping you there, but they get rid of the Aegis. It will be the Finger of Death that takes it. A Blast scouting them, connecting as well. Ursa uses the Enrage. He will be able to get himself away, it seems.
I actually think this TiltedBoys core need to like start thinking about the Lincolns. That's one item that can do well against Spectre plus Spirit Breaker.
It is amazing. Valo has been charged. You have to be very careful. There is a Phylactery and the Tiny gets hexed up. Way too deep in the charge at the perfect moment. Storm going in. Still, you cannot kill the Mars. He still has a BKB. We'll be popping it right now. Very trigger. Very fast on that trigger charge from Jenkins onto the 2 of them. He is gonna get dusted. Found doesn't have a BKB. Trying to get out of the arena with the ulti. Will be able to do so. Charge away from the Jenkins. No, the spear connect just in the nick of time. But I annihilate. He wants to finish off the Mars with the silence. He'll be able to do just that. Bulwark not enough to protect you. Going towards the Ursa. A blast connects, and it's gonna be enough to keep Storm in place to kill him. Logan, he got his enrage off, so he does survive. That's 4 heroes dead in quick succession, and Skyward just has to get himself back to the base. TiltedBoys are ahead, Milan. Logan? Oh, he's dead. Skyward's finished him off. He gets silenced up, but it doesn't really matter. Just gets himself out of the Sprout, and is looking towards F. Lee as well. What do they do versus the Spectre now? He can pretty much kill them all if they don't get out.
They're gonna try to turn.
Yep, Avalanche toss. Skyward, what's the damage from Valo? He demolishes the Spectre.
That's exactly what they're gonna do with the Kanda and the AA buffing the spell damage. He's not so strong defensively as he is offensively on the Spectre. He needs more items.
He melted. Jenkins is back to the world of the living. He has the Octarine and that Aghanim Scepter that he got from the Alchemist, so he can definitely charge over and over again. Not that high of a cooldown, but it's still not looking that good for the side of Art Studios. I'm not sure what happened here, Jenkins. It seems that they're not playing their lineup properly. They're not spreading the map the way that they would need to.
I mean, they just, after this throw on the rush, they kind of got too hasty. And they keep going like in disadvantageous numbers.
Jenkins, he'll get himself away. There is no more gold lead for you inside of Art Studios. Well, TiltedBoys, they use the smoke. I mean, if you look at the current state of the map, they're not catching anybody.
Yeah, nobody's proving on either team. So they'll see they kill Tormentor on the side of the Far Studios. They might try to set up a trap elsewhere.
So
Another
how do you feel
Aghanim is
about this-
coming up.
Yep. How do you feel about the Kanda Tiny?
I don't know what to think of it. I mean, the idea is fine. It's like you're trying to play on the burst, you get another item that helps you burst. But in practice, we are yet to see it. Yeah.
He has it. How are we yet to see it? The Tiny has the Kanda.
I mean, if it actually makes a difference if he kills
okay.
a guy or not.
Sure. I
Because
get it.
probably Lion Alchemist he kills anyway, but when it comes to Storm and like Spirit Breaker, it might actually make a difference.
Might be. Spectre is level 20 now.
Picks up the
What is
Orchid.
this? Yep, going for the Bloodthorn, so just wants to be doing even more. Has 350 HP added there from the talent, so that's definitely gonna help when surviving. You were talking about the Avatar's combo and the Ice Vortex. Now it's gonna be a little bit easier to survive that.
Yeah, I kind of feel good talent, but more I'm looking forward more to like who's gonna get the next Aghanim's from Ouch. Will it be Spectre? Will we be seeing the Haunt action?
I feel like the Storm is better. I'm not sure. It's 50-50 to me, actually. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like Storm is one of the best ones to get for free. I mean, there's no bad free Ags, but I think Spectre will get it. It's just not only you get the Haunt, you also get the stats from Ags, right? So now suddenly he has like another 350 HP bonus.
Do you get all of the stats?
Pretty sure you do. You get stats from both Alch and Rush Ags. You just don't get one when you eat it yourself.
Okay.
That may have been a mistake.
It's a bit weird, but meanwhile, you see how strong he is now. He can just get a pick off. I'll hold that thought.
And Jenkins has a BKB. He wanted to go for the Nether Strike, but that arena really weird. The 9-second BKB is definitely going to allow the Spirit Breaker to leave. And he does exactly that. No arena. On the other side, though, you've lost your 9-second BKB. So not too bad if you're TiltedBoys.
Radiant are scanning.
Storm finds the Tiny, instant Abyssal Blade, and the A Blast. That was so close to him dying. Now Spectre coming in, has the dust, going for a door. Has to be very careful versus the Surst. A couple of bashes could be a problem. Jenkins, his charge gets stopped with the God's Rebuke, but there will be a Hex on the Mars. His BKB very low. He's used it so many times in this game, down to 6 seconds. He's just gonna be another casualty war. Skyward gets a double kill, and finally finally we're seeing these layered initiations from the side of Far Studios, and they're working.
Yeah, it's almost perfect. Like one after another, saving each other, controlling people for Spectre. Spectre gets easy double
Dire's
kill.
middle tower is under attack.
Continuing to grow this lead.
They're hoping for the Roche, but it is gonna be a very long Roche respawn here, Milan. So we are
Yeah.
gonna be seeing a cheese Roche.
Spectre is just gonna keep on farming. He has the Bloodthorn. Gonna look forward to what's he going next? Ulti? Not gonna do much. Imagine they had Spectre on their team. That would be great. But I'm wondering what Spectre is gonna buy next after the Bloodthorn. He's going for Dispenser. Interesting.
Yep, the Disperser will be the next item. Wants the Shard as well. I guess considering how strong he is at the moment, he really would be getting a lot of that. Bloodthorn is destroying this Mars. No chance for a BKB, no chance for anything. And this is just becoming a problem now for the side of TiltedBoys, because if you're losing heroes that fast, you really will never have time to react.
Yes, I mean the Bloodthorn makes a hell of a difference. Like it's such a good upgrade, and with the Jenkins being able to provide the control, anyone will die in these 3-4 seconds.
You have the Storm to catch, you have the Spirit Breaker to catch, even the Alchemist can catch people, and that's without a blink, and then you have the Lion. So pretty much Spectre can work with anybody, and with the Bloodthorn, almost anybody dies in combination of heroes. So if you're TiltedBoys, you're very much afraid. Haunt is going to be used. Skyward comes over, and the charge onto the Ursa. Skyward uses the dust, going for the AA. Not going to be able to kill him. Bulldoze going to be making sure that Abyssal Blade doesn't stay there for long. As Valo, that's his long duration BKB down the drain. No more 9 seconds. Sonic has the Ogre still totem to get himself away. Avalanche toss on the Storm. Still has that Arcane Rune. And here comes Skyward. Silence onto the other side. The Bloodthorn will make sure that he dies. They also have the Orchid onto the Storm. Without the Spear even, they're going to be able to finish him off. As F-Lee is going to be charged. No way you're getting out of this one alive unless Valo stops it. And he won't. Jenkins, he finds Valo as well. Avatos combo. Bloodthorn gets the blink away just in time. Jenkins ulti onto the creep just to get a little bit closer to the Mars, and without the mana, this Mars has no chance of surviving through the overwhelming damage of the Spectre. Skyward, he's again on a mega skill. This Spectre is so freaking strong.
So strong and so farmed, right? It's actually almost like a no-risk gameplay. Like he just goes on whoever is getting stunned and just presses his spell and then retreats.
Yep. Very easy for him to go in, to go out, and I'm starting to agree with the Saganims on the Spectre, because having the Haunt and all of that vision, it really does make fighting easy for the side of Fart Studios. I'm seeing more and more this Roche just being bugged and not attacking. Like, what's the deal?
I mean, it's just literally bugged. Like one small indie company will fix it eventually, but for now, he will not attack.
He will look like he's not attacking. He is attacking, however, but when he's not swinging, we kind of hate that. 8-second BKB down the drain. The only thing that was needed was a Shadow Step, and I like... Ooh, that's him going very, very deep. We'll be fine, though.
It's just whoever shows on the side of TiltedBoys is in immediate danger of dying. Like literally immediate.
Literally immediate danger. The Spectre, level 25, goes for the 5% dispersion. The Spectre will be nasty. Nobody will really have anything to break him in this game, so it will be a rough hero play versus, especially with all of your BKBs getting lower. So down to 6 seconds, Mars as well, and the Tiny is down to 7, so just has one more longer BKB charge.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Look at the neutral item for the Mars. He is expecting to be stuck in his base fairly soon. Aren't used. Athlete goes into the
My
enemy
God.
fountain. What the
Not
hell?
even Fountain is safe. It's that time of the year.
May have been a mistake.
It is that time of the year.
Illusion.
So, 45 to 22. I'm having a very hard time now seeing how this changes the spear onto Jenkins. Here comes Skyward. Cloud. Taking some nice hits. Another charge will be coming through. No arena, no BKB, no nothing. Will help him. Yules on the Ursa. His enrage is not going to be that long. Avalanche onto the
BKB?
Spectre Jenkins. He had his BKB. They do finish off Newsham. Now trying to finish off this Tiny. They find the AA. Silence on him. And no chance to get out of that one alive as Valo has his BKB. He still doesn't have enough HP to survive. All of his damage going his way. Buyback. And a double spear onto the Spectre. Logan wants to finish him off. Spectre is still alive. Standing his ground and fighting and actually winning. Ultra kill for Skyward. Give this man a rampage. I Annihilate says no. He takes the last kill for himself.
Wow, he's gonna lose his life to the Nature's Prophet ulti, but he is strong.
He is very, very strong. Of course, his ultra kill is already gone right now, but he will finish off the Nature's Prophet. That's 5 kills in a row. Now going towards Valo, who just bought back. You don't want to die again. There will be a disperser in 3 seconds, so there is a chance that he's killing this Tiny. Nobody to help, nobody to assist. Skyward just coming over. Bloodthorn and 2 more hits are gonna do the job. Skyward is beyond god, like 26 to 5. A true god of this game, untouchable, too powerful to be challenged. It's impossible for Tilted Boys to do anything about this guy.
Dire's bottom tower has
He's just... The Aegis on the Spectre is just almost as good as... Like, if you see a guy take Aegis of a Storm, like, you know he's gonna put a good use of it, and he puts a perfect use of it. And he's just gonna keep going.
Yeah, he knows exactly where the A is at in 3 seconds. Bye-bye. The cold feet only onto the illusions, which means that the Spectre can come forward. 1 more hit, and that is enough for Skyward to get another one. I don't know why that AA showed. It was so clear that he's gonna die if that happens.
under attack.
Amplify damage rune. Does the Storm still have his bottle? Yep, he still has his bottle, so Spectre can get that amplify damage rune to
I'll
stay for
never
a very
get
long
used
time.
to it.
You
I,
will,
uh,
you
I-
will.
I just... It's so hard. It's a DD. Hex on mid?
Pull up stun, finger, bye-bye Logan. I'm not sure what the hell is he doing in the river?
Maybe he was thirsty.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah, makes sense. Or hunting salmon. He is a bear. We all know that that's how they work. Spear there stops the charge. Nether strike not gonna be happening. Glimmer Cape protecting Cloud for the time being, but the bash onto the Nature's Prophet just to make sure that he goes down. Annihilate goes into the enemy fountain, and Valo comes back to the world of the limb and misses onto that avalanche charge through them. Skyward in a little bit of trouble. The A blast will expire on him, and now Cloud left all alone. Now this is becoming a problem for the side of Tilted Boys when you have nowhere to hide. Not even your base is safe any longer.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's looking rough, man. Like, when your fountain is not safe, like, where do you hide?
I don't know, but tier 4s seem to not be a good place. Skyward going for the AA. He's just dying to the dispersion. Same could be said for Valo as well. The Spectre doesn't want to commit all that hard. 4.3k HP, 300 damage. If you count in Desolate and the Disperser, it is even more. Skyward is officially too strong.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah, but he's a bit low, so with the potential A buyback, he needs to try find a way to heal. He got a TP, but still 30-second cooldown. Maybe he'll just run base, but at any given point, he's ready to come back. he's actually gonna go for the Wisdom Rune, and will he hit the level 30? Level 30 minus 42? Did you? I mean, this is some kind of record or something. This is a very fast level 30.
Is under attack.
Yeah, it's insane. Aghanim Scepter now for the Storm. Oh, that's gonna be an AoE stun. Jenkins has the BKB, charge away in a second, but for now he's gonna use the Wind Waker to get himself out of the base. Actually, doesn't get to the low ground, will just be going down. Got a little bit ahead of himself there. Without Jenkins for 100 seconds, maybe it's an opportunity to come forward. Enrage for Nirsa, he's level 25. Jumping from the Storm, there's the Aghanim Scepter coming into play. Silence on the Tiny, that was the Bloodthorn, and a stun from the line. He does have the level 20 talent, so it's just gonna be an AoE, even more AoE stun. Protecting himself with the Ghost Scepter. Storm without mana, he's surrounded by enemy heroes, but he's standing his ground. And Spectre on the other side is fighting, gonna be dealing with Logan, Annihilate, dealing with the Mars, and only the Tiny left alive, barely, pretty much barely, with the less than 200 HP. Now that's gonna be true for the Rax as well, who are gonna be down to 0 in the first lane of Rax, going the way of our studio.
And even without the Spectre, they had hard time fighting back, but whenever she comes back into the fight, there's just no chance.
Bloodthorn on the Tiny, buyback. That's just gonna be a buyback into a dieback. Your own fountain is not somewhere where you can hide. Skyward is way too strong. You talked about it being literally a record. Level 30 at 44 minutes into the game. It is insane how much Skyward carried Fart Studios in the series, first with Luna and now with Spectre.